What's up, bee lovers, bee haters, and homegrown tomatoes? We got another bee removal here for you guys. So right here, all I'm doing is scanning it with the thermal imager and kind of figuring out the scope of it, how big they are, and making sure we don't take off more than we need to. It also kind of just helps us get the scope of what we're about to get into. So this was a hollow cedar beam with a few holes in it, which is an ideal place for bees to go because it mimics what their natural home would be, which would be a hollow tree. And so we pried it off a little bit, and now we're about to show you, boom, there's the whole beehive fully exposed. I think there ended up being somewhere around 5 or 6 pieces of comb inside of this, but they were pretty big. This hive had been here probably, I don't know, between 6 months to a year. They weren't super old, but they also didn't just move in either. So we went through and just started trying to carefully pull out the comb. The first piece was mostly honey, and we really don't like to travel with honey because it's, one, really hard on the bees, two, it makes a big mess, and three, it just doesn't do well with the bees long term. They have to do a lot of cleaning, and it adds a lot of additional stress. So there was a beautiful piece of brood comb. All of that got saved and put into the box that we took them to. This was out in Whitewright, Texas. It was a beautiful day, probably in the low to mid 80s, so it wasn't too hot for us. The one thing is that we've had a really good honey flow this year, so there was quite a bit of honey in this removal. So a lot of the times what I did was cut the brood comb right below the honey so that we didn't make any additional mess, and so that we could put that in a separate container. So here in a second, this is one of the last pieces we pulled off. I think we ended up getting, 7 good frames of brood comb, and then we filled up a trash bag filled with honeycomb. So, oh, and here you can see where the honey was just absolutely dripping. It had a solid stream going down that corner there, and it was just dripping from the ceiling. So we went ahead and started pulling out the honeycomb. What we do is usually try to knock off all the bees on it and put it in a trash bag, and then we take that out to the bee yard and we feed it to the bees. Not only that we remove, but we feed it to our bees out at the bee yard. I will not sell removal honey because you never know what got sprayed on it or what's in it. So what we usually do is just let the bees clean it up, and then maybe later on in the year we might harvest honey from them. But this is just really good nutrition for the bees. They store it right into their boxes. So we just let the bees clean it, and then we go back and maybe get it later. But I don't